Assalamu alaikum, hello and welcome to the Sharjah International Book Fair. And in this special coverage, we'll be meeting with some inspirational thinkers and authors and understanding how they share their inspiring stories with the readers. And we'll continue to meet these inspiring personalities throughout the program and also discussing how you can make the most of your time at the Sharjah International Book Fair. The best thing about the Sharjah International Book Fair is the countless inspirational stories that you get to hear and also witness, and amongst them is 2 times Amazon best-selling author, a celebrity as well, hailing from Singapore, Zaytuna Mystic, who's joined us very kindly to talk to us about the book launch that you had over here.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us. And how has the book launch been at Sharjah International Book Fair for you?
It's been a real honor to be at the book fair itself. I've written my books 6 to 8 years ago, and to be present here to actually share with people one-on-one, author meets reader, reader meets author, it has been a very amazing experience. Yes.
Talk to us about the inspiration behind your books and what can people find, and how, the 5 things I love about being a woman. That's one of your latest publications. Talk to us about what inspired you to write this.
Okay, so basically my first book, Turn Your Passion into Profit. I know it sounds very businessy, but the core of it is about how you turn your pain into power. Because I met with an accident in 2005, fractured, dislocated my spine, and doctor said I cannot walk anymore. And today I live with 8 screws, 2 metal rods on my spine. I had to learn how to walk again. Imagine I used to be a model, catwalk, strutting all over the earth of Allah. And then suddenly I have to learn how to walk again and realize that I have no power. And I realized, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Yes, I learned that and I lived through that, and it has been a mantra since.
What made you turn into a writer?
Okay, so what inspired me truly to write the first book was, I used to be an entrepreneur, right? I still am. I run henna business. I brought henna out to Japan. I started an online business with the hijab business, makeup, what have you not. I love businesses, so I always started something. What made me a writer was because a lady on my Facebook wrote to me 8 years ago before I wrote the book. And she was like, Zaya, I want to speak to you. I'm like, sure. So I called her. In the 10th minute, she said, thanks for talking to me. I was just thinking of committing suicide. And I feel bad. And I feel better now. And that made me realize that if this is one person reaching out, there's so many more people out there who need help. And I kept thinking, like, Ya Rab, what is it and how do I reach out to more people? So I thought writing, doing videos, these are the way to, you never know who you inspire.
Lastly, how do you motivate yourself?
Oh, that's a very good question. How do I motivate myself? There are days when I just don't want to get out of bed. For example, yesterday. So I said to my publisher, you know what, I'm just going to rest. I'm going to go for I didn't tell him what I want to do. I went for a swim, or I do my yoga. I just needed quiet time. So I think the recharging of the self, taking care of yourself, is what that can help you move forward the next day or the next moment. Because a lot of people, they are stressed or depressed, and it becomes a quicksand of depression. But you don't get out of it because you don't take time out for you. So this is something I learned. It's difficult because you feel like you're ineffective, not productive. No, you need to pause means you need to pause. Listen to your body. I broke my spine. We don't need anyone else to break their spine further.
This behind me is by far the coolest spot of the Sharjah International Book Fair, the Comics Corner, where they even had arcade games, where the young ones got a chance to play these games that were created well before they were even born, namely Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, even Donkey Kong. And in addition to all of these arcade games, they also had workshops, especially how to create a character and how to design your own comics, even write it as well. So there's a wealth of knowledge for them to take back at such a fun corner. So the Sharjah International Book Fair continues to attract a number of celebrities from across the globe, of course, and from India in particular, and the Kerala region in particular has witnessed a huge turnout of visitors as well as celebrities. Well, thank you for joining us, Mr. Bala.
Bala Chandra Menon.
It's good to have you here, and talk to us about the Sharjah International Book Fair. How's it been for you, and also speaking to people from your community?
Okay. First of all, let me make it very clear to you that I really feel proud to attend this festival, because the UAE government is giving so much of patronage for reading and writing habit, which is a very big highlight of this particular program, I feel, because people are running away from reading to watching televisions. So letters are being ignored. Here, a government is giving sponsorship for conducting such a beautiful festival where we involve the people from different walks of life coming and joining, participating in a festival. I really congratulate, have my hearty salute to them, first of all. And of course, you may know that I'm a filmmaker also. So though I am a writer, I'm known outside as a filmmaker. As a writer from the filmmakers group, I have a little bit, magnetism around me. So I find my people here, people from different walks of life in Kerala also. They definitely regularly attend this festival also. So this gathering was something really rejuvenating for me.
The Sharjah International Book Fair returned for its 41st edition in full capacity under the theme Spread the Word, hosting over 2,000 publishers from 95 countries. It also hosts 150 esteemed Arab and foreign writers, intellectuals, innovators from 15 countries taking part in 1,500 diverse events and panels, including 200 cultural activities, workshops and speeches. Despite the digital era, where there are challenges of working in the age of smartphones and streaming, publishers are out in full force, attracting large crowds of visitors to their booths with all manners of offerings. Organised by the Sharjah Book Authority, the International Book Fair enables visitors to meet Booker Prize laureates, international screenwriters and artists, in addition to exploring countries from around the world through publishers' pavilions, cookery station and a diverse agenda of activities that comprise performances, plays and theatrical shows. At the Sharjah International Book Fair, you always have international publishers that come up with some unique content as well, and amongst them includes this book that helps people with hearing difficulties to understand and even read Quran through this book, which has the alphabets covered and most of the unique items. And to talk to us about this, we're very kindly joined by the publisher and author himself, Mr. Muhammad Iqbal. Thank you for joining us. Talk to us about why you've launched this book.
This is my first book in India for deaf people. Those don't know prayer or Surah Fatiha and Arabic language. So I publish this book for deaf people.
And how do you feel about launching this book? Do you think this will be in demand now, that people will like this?
Mashallah, I first time published 1,000 copy in India. Within 3 months, finished the whole book. Then second time I published 3,000 book, and Alhamdulillah, this one there is 3 still. One Kalimat in UAE, and 2 Indian books still available. Alhamdulillah, not for sale. This one all free. So public know what is this, what is sign language, and what is Quran. Sign language can use. Read and write in Quran in sign language. This is my purpose.
Well, thank you very much. So Muhammad Iqbal was speaking to us in greater detail about how this book, they published 1,000 books before, and now after the quick sale, he's realized that there is huge demand, that they published 3,000 more. And the good thing is, it was brought to Sharjah Book Fair to be sold for free. So it was more about raising awareness that this is a possibility, and this is such a unique initiative that he can learn sign language or Arabic and even English through the illustrations of this book. The Sharjah International Book Fair has also continued to showcase some Guinness World Record holding exhibitors. We met earlier with Adabi Al-Maheri, who is the youngest publisher, bilingual publisher, but now here we have a cartoonist and an artist as well, Roshna, who's exhibiting her longest cartoon strip measuring 430 meters in honor of Yusuf Ali. Well, thank you for joining us, Roshna. Talk to us about the cartoon strip and how you came about it, how it all worked for you.
It's 430 meters length. This is my second Guinness World Record project. I'm already a record holder also, and this is a whole life story of M.A. Yusuf Ali sir, because he's an inspiring person of us. So I decided to do the project based on his life story. It was very interesting, and I did this work almost 8 months. Took 8 months, okay. And I started this. The first step of this project is write a script for, and next we have to collect all stories and photos for this doing this. But this is a long-term process because so we decided to it wanted to be short-term. So we decided and teamwork. So this is my friends. Here you can see that they all work for this, and they write the script and scenes. There are 7 members.
And it runs in the family because you've also got the biggest or largest screwdriver exhibit as well.
It's my father's work. This is the world biggest screwdriver. It's an attempt for Guinness World Record also. It also exhibit here. It's very nice.
And how do you do it so fast? Because from what we've seen, is you're doing some live artistic work here, and you can do it in 5 minutes or even 10 minutes. How do you think this quick?
Because I have lots of experience for caricature, because I started this journey almost I'm 8th standard. Okay, the 8 months of experience I have to the caricature, and now I can do the one face within 5 minutes. Okay, that's a long experience. I started the eyes from the eyes. That's a very hard part of a face, and I started from there, and nose and lip and overall full look, and it's a funny type of picture. Okay. We can see the after that it's very nice and look funny.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you've been inspired by all of the intellectual discussions, and will spread the word to join the Sharjah International Book Fair and add it to your social calendar. This is Abdul Karim reporting for Sharjah Channel 2.